entertained. These drivers go hard and not restrained. Cheer for your favorite, you will not regret the spectacle you watch. You will never forget. Come on. Enjoy the racing at its best. Battles waged from first to last. The action is wall to wall. We will cover it all. Here we go. Enjoy the racing at its best. Battles waged from first to last. The action is wall to wall. Fast Ginger covers it all. Here we go. Shake it. Come on. Come on. Yeah. Come on. Greetings and prepare for the amazing. What you will see is great racing. They got skills from front to back. These lobbies are stacked. Enjoy the racing at its best. Battles waged from first to last. The action is wall to wall. We will cover it all. Here we go. Yeah.
Hello and welcome to another Signal 13 Super GT Challenge, and we find ourselves in Fuji this week, and I am Fast Ginger, your commentator for today, and I believe I'm a little late getting into this. My studio was not working correctly here in the world headquarters of Fast Ginger in West Virginia. But we are live now, and it looks like we have Ricky B on pole, followed by J-Mac, not Jim Shady, Scout here in 4th, Don P in 5th, and Rotten Crowd here in 6th place. And what is calling his sport here in 7th? Jump back out here onto Ricky B here in the lead. Like I said, we're here in Fuji, and there is a chance of rain for this race. So that will throw a wrench into things here if it does start to rain. So right now it looks like we have a bright sunshiny day. So we could be here in a Honda. And I prefer this layout of Fuji. It's missing that stupid little chicane that's right there. That's problematic. So we've got Ricky B here in the Honda. We've got J-Mac here in the Nissan. Shady here in a Lexus. Looks like he's backed off a little bit. We've got Matt here in another Honda. Scout in another Honda. And we got Ray jumping up there into 4th place. And he is in a Lexus. Matt here in the Honda Scout. I believe we saw was he is in a Honda as well. Don P is in the pits. And Don P there. Ninth place. Rotten Crowd. Did we lose somebody there? So Ricky B here in first. J-Mac in second in the pits. Jesse here in 3rd place. Jim Shady in 4th. Matt 5th. Ray here in 6th. Scout 7th. Don P 8th. There's Rotten Kraut in 9th. 10th place is Sport. Getting ready to serve a penalty. So we are 10 minutes into this thing. And we should be finishing up soon, I would think. Yep, checkered flag out. Uncle Jesse's in 3rd place. And oh, Matt gets a little sideways and goes to the pits. And looks like we are done here. Scout will be the last one to take the checkered flag, maybe. Rotten Kraut might still be out there. Yep. Here he comes to take the checkered flag. Can he improve? He does. Jumps up to 8th. And everybody else is done. So looks like we have our field set here. Ricky B in pole position, J Mac. Then Uncle Jesse, Ray. Oh no, got that all wrong. Uncle Jesse in 3rd. Jim Shady here in 4th. Matt 5th. Ray 6th. Scout 7th. Rotten Crowd up to 8th. Don P in 9th. And Sport here. Q Sport. And that's our 10 drivers for this race. Go ahead and we can look at standings here. So we've got Uncle Jesse is in the lead by 1 point over J-Mac. Matt here is in 3rd. Ricky B in 4th place. Rotten Kraut 5th. Don P 6th. Forfan up to 7th. Scout 8th. Jim Shady in 9th. Snafu 10th. Ray 11th. Castro 12th. Q Sport 13th. And McLam in 14th. So some of those at the bottom have not had a full, haven't been to all the races, so pretty hot there for the top 3 between Jesse, J-Mac, and Matt. And we've got, and there's your starting grid. I think we've already got it. Ricky B, J-Mac, Uncle Jesse, not Jim Shady, Matt, Ray, Scouts Out, Rotten Kraut, Don P, and Q Sport. So we have those folks. And may as well hear from our sponsor.
When it's time to get rid of that painful friction, reach for the natural slick stuff you want and put some Hawk 2 lubrication on that thing.
If you want to stomp your competition into the ground, there's only one drink for you. Blue Moose Energy Drink! It'll give you hooves!
There you go. All right, so we are waiting on the start. Looks like we have Honda, Nissan, Lexus, Honda, Lexus, Honda. So we've got quite a few there. So what we got? We got on SBR has joined the party. So we'll see what happens here. Are they going to reset the lobby and bring him in? And I did not get in the right car for the stream. That's my GR4 Corvette. So we did that in the Daytona daily race. And might jump into that later. Well, tonight is also the Manufacturers Cup. And I think they are here at Fuji as well in the GR4s. So might jump in to do a race after this one. You never know. So we're waiting to see what's going on here. We can look at the settings here. Oop, what's going on? Somebody's left the room. Okay. Settings. We'll jump down here. Custom weather, afternoon. We are looking 4 times tire wear and 6 times fuel. So that could be interesting. So this could be a fuel mileage race. It's a pretty flat out high speed racetrack. You've got several sections of full throttle. Well, at least you got the really long straightaway. Well, we can look at the track layout. There we go. So you have a very long straightaway into turn 1. Then from turn 1 to turn 3 is pretty straight and flat out. 3, 4 big long radius corners. Going to put some heavy emphasis on that left front. And then we've got and let's get in here. Oop, I gotta hit the right buttons. We gotta go there. Replay options, everything. Okay, so we are not in the race at this moment. We are resetting the lobby from the looks of it. And then they'll have to reset the people in said lobby. Here, I can change my car. There we go. Now I'm in the right car. So we have 8, 9, 10. We don't have the 11th. Change the room settings. Grid order is now set by the host. SB Racing has rejoined the lobby and is now in the race. He has picked the DTR Nismo, and I'm assuming he will be starting in 11th place since he did not qualify. And should be interesting since who's indicating he did not have much practice on this, so. And I did not make any laps either. There we go. We got Ray resetting the room. SBR joining. Thank you. I'm not used to having people in chat very much. Not that I'm complaining. I would not mind people in chat. But that's how it goes. So we are waiting here. And we have not. We'll go ahead and. No! Did I enter the race? I don't know. I think I did. I'm stupid. So cancel my entry. There, that's what I want. Spectate. So we got everybody in the pits. Put a few people on the mediums, a couple soft tire runners. That could change. Another soft just appeared. Zip through here and see. So 1, 2, 3 soft tire drivers. Everybody else on mediums. And can't, unfortunately, we cannot see the weather. What's weird is sometimes if you look down there in the right bottom corner, that's the track, you know, your radar kind of thing. And once in a while, the system will screw up. And maybe at one point when somebody was looking at the weather conditions, it'll stick for that driver when I'm looking through here. So sometimes I've had it happen to where you can see the weather every once in a while. So we are not in that kind of. All right, here we go. Display all. We are getting ready to start this race. All right, I don't know what's happening. Oh, there we go. That's weird. Okay, so we got J-Mac. Got everybody here going, coming into turn 1. J-Mac's in the lead. Uncle Jesse's come down, Matt's under, Jim Shady's under. Everybody looks like they're through safe and sound. Got a battle there for a second, third, and fourth between those 3 drivers there. Who's going to let up? Jim Shady comes through. Dre's on the outside. Ricky B and Matt are all. Uh-oh. Somebody's got a half-second penalty. Ray's going around the outside. Oh, no! Got Uncle Jim Shady going. Did he do that on his own, or did somebody help him? Nope. Did that all on his own. Trying to accelerate out of that corner and just got going too much. Got J-Mac here in the lead, followed by Jesse, followed by Matt. Ricky B's right there. Ray Brago and Rottenkraut fighting here for 5th place. Don P's not that far behind either. He's in the slipstream. Is he going to come around? Ricky B served his penalty and lost 3 places. Rottenkraut on the inside. Can he make it stick going into turn 1? Don P pushes. A little push there. Ray on the inside. Rotten Kraut going around the long way on the outside. Got quite the battle here. Ray being hounded here in the medium tires by Ricky B. Rotten Kraut still right there. Don P trying to find a way around. Going a little deep in there. Ricky B got a good run out of that corner. He's right on the back of Ron. Or Ray. Oh, he's on the inside of Ray. Made a good pass on the inside. Ray comes back around. Can he get into slipstream and try something into turn one? Definitely not, but Don P is making a bid for 6th place, diving on the inside around Ricky B. Ricky B's coming right back at him. Oh, he got a heck of a run coming out of that corner. Was he able to keep it on the track? And Don P is fighting back. He's going to have another go at it here in this right-hander coming up. He got around him. Can he hold it? No! Ricky B comes fighting right back. Whoa. That was... You hear those tires? Oh, a little too deep. Ricky B's going to run away. Can he make a better turn here? Don P using every bit of that. Lost a little time there coming out of that corner. He's got it geared different, that's for sure. He's catching Ricky B like he's standing still. And around he goes. Heavy braking into turn one. Ricky B fighting right back. He had a really good exit. He had a good exit on this turn last time too. Stick right here. He's staying right on Don P's tail. Pushing a little wide. Here we go. Oh, Don P's going a little deep. Good run by Ricky B. Don P's got the gearing different, so he pulls away. So this is Don P in the straights and Ricky B in the corners. So here's Ricky B's strong point here is going through the curves. Don P goes really wide and off course. Is he going to get a penalty for that? Use all that curb. Here we go. Is he going to make an inside move? Hugging that inside line. Door handle to door handle. Don P's got the acceleration and he's just flying out. Oh, and Jim Shady comes from nowhere. That's crazy. So let's get up here. J Mac is 6 seconds out in the first. Matt here in second place. Uncle Jesse here in third. Rotten Kraut fairly close. Ray back here in fifth. Then we got this battle for 6th, 7th, and 8th. What a battle this is. Jim Shady has gotten around these two. So he's trying to get back to the front. Here we go. Don P just goes a little wide and Jim Shady just comes flying around the inside and gets a better exit. So Don P here and Ricky B, the big battle for now. Jim Shady's leaving those two behind. Don P is right here. SBR is making a comeback. Looks like he's going to jump into this 7th and 8th place battle. Scout isn't too far behind either. I think he had... Whoa, here we go. Ricky B coming back on the inside. SBR on the out. See what happens here in this fast twitch. Ricky B's right on in the tail. Scout's right behind him though. Lost a little bit in that corner. Oh no, SBR goes way wide. See if anything happened there. There we'll... He just got his braking point wrong and went wide. SBR has fallen back into Scout's clutches, fighting his way back up to Ricky B. Scout's not letting him get away. Don P has left the building there. He's way down the road from these three. SBR back. Oh, here comes Scout a little deep. I think Ricky B got a little bump on him. Did we lose him? Way deep into that corner. And then Ricky B, a little hip check, and then he got out on that grass and marbles and lost it. So they'll have to review that later. SBR here and Ricky B. Things have settled down a little bit. Don P getting a little squirrely there. So let's run back up. It looks like this little battle here is cooled off just a little bit. Not much. Well, could be something here in the straight stretch. Let's see. See if Ricky B has... Oh, he doesn't have the straight line speed that those others seem to have. He gets left behind here in the straights, but he might make up for it here in the corners with some more downforce. I think that's what we're probably looking at here. Is downforce compared to amongst the three of them. He's cranked in some downforce for this section here, and the others have taken some downforce off so that they can get better straight line speed. So here we go. Up into first place is J Mac, running away with it. Matt here in second. Rotten Kraut here in third. We haven't lost, but Uncle Jesse has dropped down. Not sure what happened there. We'll just take a quick look back here and see if it's nothing we can find here. So we got all absorbed in that battle. Oh, Ray's coming in. No, as a joker, he's not coming into the pits. I think he was just trying to get out of that slipstream. Ray is closing in on Rotten Kraut here on third place, so we may have a battle here for third place for the last step of the podium. And don't rule Uncle Jesse out either. He'll be making his march to the front. We do have Ray needing fuel. I haven't even looked at that, so let's see where we sit. Well, we'll sit right here with this fight here for a second. So we definitely have Ray needing to get some fuel. How's Rotten Kraut? Rotten Kraut will too. Matt seems to have plenty of fuel, as does J-Mac, but Rotten Kraut and Ray's in really bad shape. He will be pitting this lap. And Uncle Jesse's got a ton of fuel. Jim Shady will need to pit, so will Don P. So we really have some different things going on fuel strategy wise, and also probably tuning wise, and that's what's put them in this situation for fuel stops. So we are 13 minutes into the race and they've used up fuel, and they've got 26 minutes left. So we've got at least one more pit stop. Probably want to do a little bit of fuel saving for this round, or this next tank of fuel. We'll go back up here. So J-Mac in first place, Matt in second, Uncle Jesse's up into third. He can go quite a ways on fuel, so he is 14 minutes now into this race with 25 left to go. So he will definitely just need one more pit stop. So he will get this, probably another set of medium tires, and then finish on the softs, because he won't have a long stint on the next set of fuel set. So he could easily make one more pit stop and not need to get but half a tank of fuel. So I'd go mediums and softs. And then we've got soft tires that have lasted 15 minutes. And they are probably close to the end of their life. So he'll have two medium stints after that. So it looks like we've probably got J-Mac and Matt coming into the pits in this round. Uncle Jesse will probably pit the lap after this. Ricky B here, plenty of fuel. And we got Ray, who has just pitted. Rotten Kraut's been in the pits as well. Scout's going to have to pit here soon. This lap. SBR has been in the pits, and Don P. And Q Sport here has 3 seconds, so I'd say he was in the pits and got himself a pit exit penalty or an entrance penalty. So here we go. J-Mac coming into the pits. See if that created a penalty for him. Uncle Jesse, just like we predicted, will stay out on the track. So there we go. Uncle Jesse's out on the front stretch in the lead for now. Here comes Ricky B getting ready to jump up into second place, while J-Mac and Matt are in the pits. So there we have it. So far, Uncle Jesse and Ricky B have not been into the pits yet. J-Mac did come back out in third place. Matt is in fourth place, but he is amongst a bunch of drivers here with Ray and Rotten Kraut. Ray leaning on him a little bit there. But Matt with the freshest tires. And they're soft, so he should be able to run away from these two with no problem here. So here he goes into the lead. They're still right on his tail. So this battle's not over yet. Looks like this battle for 5th and 6th is still happening. So that looks like, this looks like the closest bit of racing so far between Ray and Rottenkraut, and then Jim Shady here is kind of closing in too. Rottenkraut will make a move to the inside, puts his nose in there. He's on the apex, but he's going to have the worst drive out. And Ray's going to have the inside line to his left. Good, respectful driving through there. Let's check on Uncle Jesse's situation. Looking like he will have at least one more lap. And Ricky B here has several laps left. He's definitely looking good for the end of the race to make this a one stop and a partial fill of the tank, so he will make up some ground based on not having to be in the pits for so long. So Uncle Jesse's starting his next lap here with 19 minutes to go, or 15 minutes to, no, 20 minutes. Good grief, I wasn't even looking at the right timer. Okay, Ricky B, J-Mac coming around the inside, and he just goes flying by, but Ricky B's on a different strategy, so I don't think he's going to fight him too much. He's got good tire wear and good fuel economy, so I don't think he's making this a no-stop race, but I know it's at least a one-stop with less fuel to be put in the car. So he is 20 minutes into this race now, and he's got 20 minutes left. So easy peasy, one more stop. And it would not be a full stop, so looking like he will probably pit in the next 4 laps and take 3/4 tank of fuel and be done with it for the day. And he will be on soft tires and should be able to go to the end of the race on those tires, because we saw one of the leaders go in. Uncle Jesse is in the pits now, getting a fresh set of boots. And this should be his one and only stop. He's made it to just over the halfway point and dropping down into 7th place here, and away he goes on another set of medium tires. And he's getting ready to go. There we go. Away he goes. Q Sport letting him get through since he is a lap down and being a good sport, not getting in his way. So Uncle Jesse's back out in pursuit of the lead, who is now with J-Mac setting some purple sectors. So J-Mac here in 2nd place, and Ricky B here in 3rd. Probably got another lap left, and then he will be in the pits for his final stop. His one and only stop. Definitely winning the fuel mileage award. Rotten Kraut goes flying by. Not sure if he will have to pit again. Jim Shady here. Ricky B dropping back. And we'll need to pit. So we got Matt comfortably in the lead for now. J-Mac out here. Look at the difference in fuel, so Matt will need to pit before the end of the race. And J-Mac might want to do a little bit of fuel savings to see if he can make it to the end without any more pit stops. Rotten Kraut will not make it to the end without pitting again. Jim Shady, I'd say the same boat. Ricky B will be going into the pits this time round. So we'll stay here as he dodges to the inside. And he will be going into the pits. And take about 3/4 of a tank. And a fresh set of tires. Got 15 minutes left out of 24. I would think probably put on soft tires, so we will check with that when he comes back out. Where's SBR in this battle here? Okay, here. So he has fallen back. And he put in a fuel. Ricky B there. Put in a full tank of gas. So, and medium tires. So, didn't do what I thought he was going to do, but that's why he's racing and I'm commentating. So, Matt out here in the lead with one more lap of fuel left. He'll finish this and probably start going flash red. So he may make two more laps at most. J-Mac here will assume the lead when he does go to pit. Rotten Kraut will need to pit too. Jim Shady's right on his tail. Is he pushing or is he trying to go round? Taking the inside line and around he goes. Jim Shady from 4th up into 3rd, putting Rotten Kraut back to 4th place. Ray Brago back here in 5th place and just started flashing red for fuel, so he will need fuel. Uncle Jesse looks like he just made a mistake. Oh wow, he went way off. Let's see if we can go back any further. It was just turn 1 and I wonder if he's having another controller issue like he did last week. Off he goes. Oh, right into the side of SBR. So we are back running here. So Matt is coming into the pits to get fuel and tires. That left front is done. Jim Shady's coming in as well. Rotten Kraut, Ray as well. So J-Mac is still out in the front. And then SBR, he's coming into the pits as well. That will promote Ricky B. Matt has made it out. Uncle Jesse's up to third. Matt gets around after making his pit stop, so he is done with pit stops for the day, as he's got a fresh set of tires and a full tank of gas. J-Mac does not have either one, but may be able to get to the end if he can kind of take it a little easy. He's got a 27-second lead, and he's got 12 minutes left, so I don't know. It almost might be worth, if he doesn't think he can do it, go in right now, get the fresh tires, get a little fuel, and you're done. And you're not going to lose time to these guys trying to save gas and not be able to make it to the end. Even though you've saved gas, you've lost a lot of time on track and no chance to win. So if you don't think you make it, now would be the time to get into the pits. And I see somebody might have gone to the pits back there. There we go. Rotten Kraut is in the pits, and I'm not sure why. Okay. A little splash of fuel, and he is done. So he did not think he could make it, I guess. So there's Ray. SBR here. Plenty of fuel. Don P, plenty of fuel. Scout, plenty of fuel. Q Sport here. So J-Mac is the wild card at this point. 24 seconds. He has lost 2 seconds in that last lap. Here comes Matt, who has plenty of fuel, plenty of tires, and he doesn't have to save for nothing. So he can just go flat out to the end of the race, which is 9 minutes and 55 seconds away. Uncle Jesse here up into third place. Jim Shady in fourth. Ricky B fifth. Ray in sixth. Rotten Kraut in seventh place. SBR in eighth. Don P in ninth. Scout here in 10th place. Just behind your leader. And Q Sport here in 11th. We'll get back up here to J-Mac. And he is down 22 seconds. I hope he goes into the pits this time. I think that would be the best thing to do. And stop bleeding the time. And he stays out. 8 minutes left. Let's see, so 1.5, let's say 1.5 minutes per lap. So 3 minutes for 2 laps, 6 minutes for 4 laps. So 7. So we got 5 to 6 more laps, and he just went into the red for the fuel, so he will need to get some fuel and get some tires. And he is down to 20 seconds ahead of Matt. So if he would have pitted at the 26-second mark lead, then But it's where I have the advantage of sitting here watching. I can play armchair quarterback, so to speak, and at the time when you're out there, you just think, you know what, I'm just going to go as long as I can. But he's just bleeding time off that car behind with the fresh tires and no worries about fuel. So here he goes into the pit. Let's get on board with Matt. Oh, he's already onto the front stretch, so that will easily get around J-Mac. I think Uncle Jesse will too. So that'll put J-Mac back into third at least. So you can see there. And he's coming out. So let's see here. He made it out into the lead. I thought that seems like a really long pit stop, so he played that just right, didn't he? So it was only roughly a 18-second delta for the amount of fuel that he had to take. Oh, he did not take new tires either, so that could play into things. So let's see. Because you got Matt with plenty of fuel and plenty of tires, and then J-Mac's got enough fuel and not much in tires. So it's not out of the woods. 1.3 seconds. I think Matt might be able to get around him because those tires have not much life left, particularly that left front. So I think he took a gamble, and I think that gamble is going to lose for him. Matt's right on his tail, half a second, and should make the pass going into turn one. Trying to break the toe, but not going to happen. Staying defensive. Matt goes to the outside. Can he do the old over? He goes around, no problem. J-Mac, I think, backed off and knows he couldn't defend that with the tires that he has. And at this point, he just needs to make that left front make it to the end of the race, and I'm not sure that's going to happen. So we got a new leader, Matt. Matt has not been in the lead at all today. J-Mac here in second, but I think Jim Shady and Uncle Jesse will be able to get around him too by the end of this race, I think. Rotten Crowd has gone into the pits for his final pit stop. Ricky B here is 10 seconds behind those front four. Ray Brago here is 9 seconds back behind Ricky B, so he's kind of all by himself. And we just saw SBR, I'd say, just went a little wide here, caught some grass or AstroTurf. Nope, there it was, the grass, and comes flying into the inside wall. It's a little spin on his zone. Some front end damage, but that is now repaired. Jim Shady, and it's got around J-Mac. And Uncle Jesse will be the next one to try. Got a good run on him. J-Mac going a little wide there. I'd say that's because he's got hardly any grip with that left front. Yeah, it's just a sliver. It's not going to be even a sliver by the end of this this lap. So Matt out there in the lead. Jim Shady has come up into second place. Uncle Jesse's in third. Probably still has an eye on trying to get back up to second place. So we've got Matt here in first, and Jim Shady in second, and Jesse here in third. So Jesse, J-Mac, and Matt. So J-Mac's going to move a little bit backwards. Matt and will move up a little bit, and Uncle Jesse, we'll just see where he goes. Jim Shady should have some movement as far as the standings go after this race. So Uncle Jesse, oh, Q Sport getting out of the way there. It's coming in on another back marker there. Let's see, J Mac, how's he doing? He has just about here. Oh, it has no grip on that front right, so he is, or front left, and there it went. He has no life left in the left front, and he's running out of fuel, so I don't even think he's going to have to pit. So there he goes off of the road again, and Ricky B followed him right off the road. I don't know if that was just sympathetic. He goes around, so J-Mac's falling back because he's got no tires and no fuel, so made a gamble and it did not pay off. Matt, big substantial lead over second place Jim Shady. Third place is Uncle Jesse, and Ricky B's right back there behind him. J-Mac is just gonna go into the pits. There you go. He's got no choice. Put a little splashy splash in some tires. Let's see. Let's keep an eye on Ray or SBR. See if he makes it around J-Mac, or will J-Mac make it out? Here he comes. J-Mac has left the pits. So J-Mac was able to make his pit stop. Oh no, for his just to rub salt in the wound. That's giving him a 3-second penalty. And oh, we're about to finish the race here. Here we go. Matt, first place. Let's get back up here. 0 seconds left. Matt will be taking the checkered flag. There you have it. There's your winner. Jim Shady in second place. Third place will be Uncle Jesse. Here comes Ricky B for fourth place. There's your 11th place. Here comes Ray for fifth. J-Mac with his 3-second penalty. Can he make it across? And there he goes. SBR. They come across together. And Rotten Kraut in 8th place. Here comes Don P around the final corner. Just enough fuel to make it to the end. And across the line. So there you have it, folks. That is your race. No weather. Clean race with Matt. Definitely had some fuel and tire strategies that needed to work out. And he did it just right. So we'll go to our final results here. Matt in first place, Jim Shady second, Uncle Jesse with a recovery from a spin in third, Ricky B in fourth, Ray in fifth, Rotten Crowd in sixth, J Mac with fastest lap ends up in 7th place after his late pit stop. SBR in 8th. Don P 9th. Scout in 10th. And Q Sport in 11th. So there you have it, folks. The championship will be shaken up here after this race with quite a few changes, with Matt getting the win and the top numbers. So that will be, he'll be moving up, and J Mac will move down a little bit. So it'll shake things up a little bit. And I had a list of tracks, but I think it fell on the floor and I'm not sure where it went. Oh, here we go. We have 2 races left. And next race is May the 6th at Interlagos. And then the last race will be Tokyo. So those should be interesting races. Interlagos should be a pretty good time there for these cars. So it's a medium duty racetrack, but should be pretty curvy. So hopefully people will need to get their tuning done for that race. So, well, that will do it for now. Thanks for watching Fast Ginger presentation of Signal 13's Super GT series, and we will see you next Wednesday.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time to end the show. The stream is over, I got to go. Now is not the time to be sad. I'll be back, there's more streaming to be had. Fast Ginger will bring the best with an entertainment fest where friends are made and good times never fade. Don't forget to like and subscribe. If you like, you can even get notified.